two Toyotas and a huge accident. Is that Alpine shoot? No, that's
it's the Caddy.
Bamba.
It's the Caddy in the 31 BMW.
Sean Galel just took that position, and halfway up the Kemmel Straight, a massive collision. Was that Bamba trying to go round the BMW and getting two wheels on the grass? Safety car is out. Instant safety car, and that, I'm afraid, is the end of the race. Alex Lynn suited up. That might even have been an in-lap. He's got gloves on and everything. He was ready to get in, and now he's not getting ready to get in. End of the race for the Cadillac. End of the race as well for the LMGT3 points leaders. WRT's home race. It looks like neither of their GT cars are going to make it to the flag. Trying to go around the Porsche, and the dramatic moment there as Bamba's car gets air underneath it and nearly flies.
Yeah, he was a bit too hasty in pulling out. He's overtaken the BMW and then tried to go through the gap in between the two cars. We're going to see it here on board. Yeah, these cars are so long, and he's underestimated the length of the overhang of the rear of the car, and I've seen this happen quite a few times on that straight, actually.
That was a horrible impact. That was, yeah, difficult to see that as anything other than a mistake from Bamba.
It was driver error. He's gone for a gap in desperation to get past, and red flag the race. I'm not surprised. Yeah, that was actually Mike Conway in the car at the time when he got that VSC infringement. It's going to be Nick de Vries taking that penalty for him. As we ride on board with Caldarelli in the Lamborghini. Thought about going down the inside of the BMW, backed out of it, and now he's under pressure from the Peugeot behind him, who has a look down the inside on the run up to the Com.
That's Mikkel Jensen in the 93 Peugeot, stuck on the inside, makes the pass. And again, when the Lamborghini just breathed off the throttle climbing the hill, you know what it's like if you're running or cycling up a hill. Any faltering, you don't just lose a bit, you lose a lot.
Huge accident.
And that's really significant. That's one of two pole-earning drivers this season. Alex Malikin, that's on the exit of turn 4. That is a bit... Oh, no, it's not the exit of the bus stop. No, that is the exit of turn 4. So that's a Redion.
It is, yeah.
So he's lost it over the brow, hit the fence on the outside, and he's topped and tailed it, hasn't he? And that's an instant red flag, absolutely no question at all. Now, the clock has stopped. And, of course, the only interest of the marshals and the race director is waiting for the driver's door to open to make sure that Alex Malikin is A-OK. And that will be exactly the interest of everybody watching in every garage, whether it's your teammate or any of your rivals or somebody with whom you've got no beef in a different class. Every driver and every team manager and member is watching to see that the driver is OK. Because Eau Rouge has a fearsome reputation. And it did look as though the car had held up well. It might just have knocked the wind out of his sails. It kind of rings your bell, I think, probably, if you have a big one at Eau Rouge, whether the car takes the brunt of it or not.
So at these moments, you just wait, as the rest of the teams are, wait to see if the driver's OK.
OK,
look at the replay.
He is OK, or we would not be seeing a replay. So Alex Malikin, car snaps away from him going up over the brow and...
Nasty. I know how that feels. And poor old Alex Malikin. Yeah, there's the car got away from him so late. That's the problem in the compression, and nothing he could do after that to bring it to a standstill, to safety. So that was a hefty old hit.
Oh, double O!
Oh, that's been in the back.
That's on cold tyres, isn't it?
Been
safety car.
Backwards into the wall.
Yeah, that's on acceleration out of the pits.
It's going to be a safety car,
Woco.
Blind downhill into Eau Rouge. That will be a safety car. That is the end of the race for the number 50 car. Antonio Fuoco out of the pit lane and into the wall.
Watch what happens here.
Yeah, you could hear the wheel spin, couldn't you?
Third gear.
You could hear the wheel spin. Yeah, and then he backed out of it and then went back on. And wow, it's so tricky, isn't it, for the drivers?
Safety car will be scrambled here, and that is why it was so important to get the lap back. I mean, yes,
Didn't expect that.
Not a comfortable ride.
No,
Not a comfortable ride at all. But
not liking this. Sorry, not liking this at all.
51 Ferraris in the pit lane.
With just 4% remaining on the final lap, then they're surely going to have to be lifting coasting quite a bit in the car number 92. What is 91 going to do here? And it's got a better run through Eau Rouge, you know.
He's going to take the lead. You know, this is a different commercial deal entirely, and there's no doubt in my mind. Look at the name on the front of that car.
Does the lift and coast come? That's the big question. If it does, then you're going to see an overtake. If not, they're confident they can make it through to the end of the race, and I think the lift and coast does come, and we see a change of place.
Richard Leeds is going to take it anyway, because he's Richard Leeds.
Wow.
It's a platinum driver in that second car, and he takes the lead on the last lap.
Well, yeah, if Freins is on the same strategy as Kvyat, then that's a genuine speed difference between the two cars. We picked up on it earlier on, and now this is the Ferrari battle with the number 3.
That's the Cadillac. The
Cadillac,
Ferraris are a lap behind, but look at the pace they've got. And by the way, the Aston Martin you just saw coming out.
Oh, the Cadillac is a big one in Eau Rouge, big one.
Safety car will be out because that is not going to be tidied up in a hurry. That is the number 3 Cadillac of Renger van der Zande from second place. Was the proximity of the Ferrari taking a bit of air off the back of the car?
No.
Big shunt.
Under the big
Safety
grandstand,
immediately.
no question at all.
Now, how far into his stint was van der Zande? Do we know? Was he on an outlap?
No.
No, definitely not.
No. That is their brand new car. That is Renger van der Zande from second place with Cadillac. Started on slicks, braved it out.
Well, I don't care about their brand new car right now. I care about the driver. And there is movement, and he's getting out of the car. Thank goodness.
Yep.
That was a huge shunt. Safety car
and
is on
part
track.
of what's happened as they built that new grandstand, you can see the earthworks in front of it. They have taken a big earth bank away there to leave more runoff area.
He's annoyed at himself.
He
slams the door in frustration. Renger, such an accomplished driver, and he knows he was pushing it. He had the Ferraris closing in, but I mean, it wasn't the fight, like we said, as his teammate Bourdais looks, he knows as well.
Well, they wanted a result. They needed all the laps.
What happened here? Let me have a look. So he's on the right line. Oh, it's just, you know, it's like as the car bottomed, it bottomed in Eau Rouge, and that just sent it.
He straddled the curb, didn't he? And as it just bottomed onto the curb.
Have another look. So it's as the car bottoms out, it just sparks momentarily. I'm not seeing it from that shot. The damage was already done. He was off the line.
Offline, wet curb.
It's the reaction of the car as it compressed that took momentarily like the steering out of his hands. And he's going to be on the attack probably into the source this time around. He's going to look to the inside late. He looks. He's looking, but he's not quite. Is he going to send it? It's close enough, but is it going to be side by side down into Eau Rouge? I don't think he's quite got the straight line speed there.
He was looking to squeeze, wasn't he? He's still looking to squeeze. He's still looking to squeeze, and he's going to do it up the inside. Eau Rouge and over around here. What a move from Julian Andlauer.
Brilliant stuff. That was so brave. And he was trying to pick up a bit of side draft from the car. That's why he was so close to him. He kept his foot in there. I didn't think he was going to do that, but he pulled it off. Amazing.
And these are drivers of identical FIA ranking. Julian Andlauer didn't become a factory Porsche driver, is a gold, probably is going to create himself a platinum ranking by the end of the season. But Paul-Luc Qatar is a gold ranked driver as well. He's got bags of experience. But you're right, Andlauer today has been absolutely in the zone, and he's barely had any free track. Spent most of his first stint chasing other cars while ostensibly saving tyres and looking like the most aggressive bull in a china shop. But boy, oh boy.
Look at this, picking up the side draft from the car. And that does work in these things as well. And I mean, to send it into Eau Rouge like that, we all know that corner. And that was some respect between the two drivers as well. Chatin gave him room, but wow.
I don't think he expected him to take it, mind you. That was mesmeric.
And they both stayed within track.
He's been off.
Yes, he has been off.
A spin for Villeneuve on the exit of turn 15.
Two cars, it's a 54. Those two cars came off the pit lane together.
Yeah, the 54 was on hot tyres, so he's been trying to get by Villeneuve.
Here we go then. Oh, no, this is just a replay from on board that one of the Premers. Now has Villeneuve gone down the inside and the 54's turned in?
Here we go.
Going to see it. No, so Villeneuve's on the outside. Oh, and he's clipped him.
He clipped the grass, didn't he, on the outside?
Well, no, he's clipped the car.
Yep.
He's just, the left rear just clipped the right front of the Ferrari 54. Now, is that a result of the 54 turning in? Didn't see the van wall, or is it Villeneuve that's just drifted in front a bit too prematurely? Or easily done in these long hypercars.
Or a combination of the two.
Or a combination of the two.
Yeah.
Either way.
It is a big impact. Safety car, immediate. I mean, there was no question at all. Vigorously waved yellows there at the exit of Stavelot, or the Curve Paul Frere as it now is. And safety car is out.
It was the right call because it's such a high-speed part of the track. And as you saw from on board the Prema, just what lightning quick reactions. I don't know who that was at the wheel of that car at the time, but
of the 54 is Francesco Castellacci.
Of the Prema.
Oh, sorry, the Prema car, yeah.
Oh, so Jacques looks like he's unhappy with that body language of, you know, it suggests he's unhappy with
Francesco Castellacci.
Castellacci, yeah.
Castellacci is a very experienced GT driver. Now, Villeneuve had come out of the pits on cold tyres.
Yeah, I think Castellacci might have just been moving back onto the racing line.
And misjudged it.
Yeah, and hadn't seen Villeneuve on the inside. You've got to have your eyes everywhere, and you put so much trust when you're in the faster car. You put so, here we go, we're going to start. Oh, no, actually.
Sorry, I didn't see that as being the Ferrari.
No, you need to see it from so many different angles.
That wasn't as clear cut at all, was it?
No.
That shot wasn't, no.
Well, whichever of the Prema cars it was, either Mirko Bortolotti or Bent Viscal who showed us that view. They are both in the pit lane. Castellacci is out of the car.
I really need to see the onboard of the 54, but I don't think we're going to get that. I don't think that car's got the onboard camera facility.
No.
Unfortunately, but yeah, both drivers okay, and that's the main thing.
He's saying, I want you to get me out of here, because Mike, he's gone round 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's got all the wheels.
Here's a slow-mo of it, so...
Villeneuve's on the grass on the inside.
That was what I saw initially.
Yeah.
I saw Villeneuve, and it looked to me as if he clipped the grass to the inside.
But look,
is it because he's getting squeezed? I think it's a bit late still. Where the camera picks them up, they're already out of the corner.
He's not on the grass trying to go past. He's on the grass trying to avoid the closing door closing on him, isn't he?
On the onboard shot of Villeneuve, it looked like he had the right to be there.
Yeah.
Because you get to see it from earlier on in the corner.
Oh.
Tota.
We're about to hear from Will Stevens, but that is the number 8 Toyota.
Just as we were saying with the warm-up, that's
number 8
Rouge.
Toyota last year. That's the car that stopped with Sebastian Buemi in it just after La Source, and they had to abandon the ship, and the car was out of the race. That is straight in. That is cold tyres out of the pit lane. He has not been able to warm the tyres up, and that is the exit of La Source. No, that's the bottom of Eau Rouge.
Bottom of Rouge, that's the... Oh, is it?
No, it is a red light. It is a red light.
Yeah.
It's just the shot looking down made it look like it was low down. And he has done exactly what we saw from PJ Hyatt, but at a much lower speed.
It's going to be a very quick turnaround here in terms of rotation of the car. Because look, you can see he's not even pushing, and he's getting on power on the exit. And that's all it took. Look at that, a little tank slapper. Tiny tank slapper, and that's all it took. Cold tyres. Poor old Brendan Hartley. I mean, it can happen to anybody. Eyes on the stalks. I think we can hear from them. Oh dear, oh dear.
Guys, I'm in the wall. Damn. I wasn't even pushing. I mean, I'm okay. I'm okay. Ridiculous.
Okay. As long as you're okay. Can you reverse? Can you reverse?
Not even pushing. I mean, not even remotely close to even thinking about pushing, barely even picking up the throttle. I mean, it's almost like he hit a patch of black ice, and that's how little. And of course, he's coming over the brow, so the car is going extra light, so it doesn't weigh 1,030 kilos plus downforce. It's probably weighing 500 kilos, and then stone cold tyres, literally nothing going on there.
I honestly, after seeing that, I think we're going to have a rethink on tyre warmers, tyre blankets. Or
well, you know,
heaters.
one of the conversations in Sebring was how many air-freighted in new chassis counteract the fact that we're not carrying tyre warmers around the planet with us.
Well,
and I know people will be saying, "Oh, yeah, it's up to the driver, the skipper." You could clearly see
did
there. You've got one of the
nothing
most skillful sports car
wrong.
drivers in the world there, and he was squeezing the throttle on the exit. It's like driving on ice.
Yeah.
It really is. You got the grip, and then suddenly you got no grip, and you just keep sliding into the barrier.
And Richard Leeds about a second a lap quicker than her as well. So here's the battle for the lead. Is he going to throw it down the inside? He is. The challenge is on for the lead. Franck Pereira should have the knowledge, the confidence, the ability to go by. And Lamborghini lead in LMGT3. But don't forget that that was the second quickest car in qualifying as well. So McLaren really getting on top of that car here.
Yeah, big calling card for things to come, I'm sure, for this effort.
Ben Barker pits for the final time in the grumbly 77 Ford Mustang, the turquoise car. And look at that, the precision required to keep the car out of the gravel. Defended long and hard, was not giving that one up in a hurry, Gregoire Saucy. Corvette coming steaming up the hill there.
And Lau's through.
Oh, and Lau's through for the lead of the race. Yes, he is. That's why we cut away from the GT battle. Up at the bus stop, Julian Andlauer leads from Fred Makovici now.
This is a shot of how it happened. I thought this Lexus was involved, and in a similar way to how Conway lost the position to the Ferrari earlier, there was nothing that Makovici could have done there.
Well, do you remember when he tried to use the same Lexus before, and the Lexus line took it over in front of Andlauer? Andlauer with two wheels on the curb, and that's at a pretty high speed there as well. Right on board, and
yeah, this is what it looked like. So he's got that gap. That's the critical thing. He sensed it. He downshifted early, gets on the power early, goes the right way this time, and job done. What a move, and well anticipated as well.
How did he get the far door handle to make that Porsche narrow enough to get through that tiny gap? I don't think they hated that. Well, that's their traditional racing colour. Back in the 70s, 60s, when you had Shelby Mustangs, Hertz had a fleet of Shelby Mustang 350s and then 500s. They were all gold cars, and hence the gold legacy here.
Pulled the rest from pit lane, by the way, the 94 Peugeot.
Oh dear. Now then, was that one of the two? It was one of the two cars, 94 and 7.
It was a reprimand only.
Okay.
Oh, no, sorry, it was a technical infringement reprimand only.
Okay.
They've fueled the cars, it's not that.
Okay, that's a real shame, because actually Paul was looking fairly happy this morning, apart from the weight problem. It's a two-hander, he and Loic Duval. Stoffel van Dorn is one of the drivers who's absent this weekend because he has Formula E duties in Berlin. And again, the battle for second place, Alex Lynn right ahead of Julian Andlauer. Julian Andlauer, the problem, Anthony, was sitting right behind Alex Lynn, is that he is going to end up overheating and overusing his tyres. The Mustang runs out very wide. Mustang BMW. Ahmed Al-Hati loses second place. James Cottingham up to second place.
Yeah, good move. Did the old switch back, didn't he, and into La Source. He could see that BMW ran a little bit wide, and a great move. So yeah, pushed him to the inside, outbraked himself ever so slightly, so Cottingham goes to the outside, and you see that classic switchback, arrives on the inside. Hello, remember me? And now I've got the momentum on my side. The Cadillac, by the way, I feel like Lynn, is he just protecting these tyres, or is he just starting to struggle to hang on to Makovici in front ever so slightly, and Andlauer is in exactly the same machinery, of course, as the Penske Porsche that leads this race. Very quick once again in those slow speed corners, but I feel like Lynn's not pressurising Makovici quite as much as he was able to earlier on. But Andlauer can't find a way past at this stage. I feel like he's got the lap time advantage, but there's nothing he can do in the straight line.
Cracking stuff from this group. Hearing, by the way, from Bruce down on pit lane, full reset. This time Julian Andlauer's got the toe. Gets the nose alongside. He's done it. He's done it on the run down to Eau Rouge. Great stuff from Julian Andlauer. Proto competition, second place.
Yeah, he used that traction to really good effect on the exit as well. And I feel like Lynn, he might be on the attack again on the way back here to the Lecombe section, but it's not close enough. That was a great move.
Oh, big trouble there. Big trouble. It's PJ Hyatt. So that looks, is that Radion?
Yeah, that's the exit. Yeah, it is.
It's a red flag immediately.
Yeah, that's the exit of Radion. So he has got squirrely through Eau Rouge, and if we get a replay of that, it will be the car coming backwards over the brow.
And after just setting, yeah, here we go, straight to the barrier there. A lot of energy going into that tyre barrier.
That's a lot of mechanics that won't get any sleep tonight. There you go, over the brow backwards.
Lost it, and as you see the driver looking already in trouble, looking to see where the barrier is. It's coming up at you very quickly. Luckily, the car had enough rotation in it. It's just dispersed a lot of the energy, and at this point, you're bracing yourself.
Yeah. That's the Gerhard Berger moment. Feet off the pedals, hands off the steering wheel, roll yourself into as small a ball as you can.
Saw as he came over the crest, the energy going through that car, the rear right tyre off the ground, really was lucky. That car stayed on all four wheels.
Like I said, Eau Rouge for sports cars, it suddenly becomes the corner it's cracked up to be. We hear a lot of hype about Eau Rouge, and actually in most categories of cars that race around here nowadays, they've outgrown that series of corners, and it's easily flat out for them. It's like it just interrupts your lovely straight line that you're in. It's an inconvenience to your lap. But in sports cars, no matter which category you're in, it grabs your attention.
Well, he's moving in the cockpit, which is all that anybody cares about right now, because the impact lights will have come on. There's a blue light in the front of the screen. The medical crew are there, but he's moving. We saw him moving before impact. He's got the door open, okay. Do not get out of the car. Wait for the doctor to assess you. What hurts? How are you? Da-da-da.
It's more the shock than anything. Yes. When you have a big crash like that, especially in radio, it's the shock that you have to get rid of. The adrenaline's so high in your body. But yeah, he'll be fine.
There's the Project One garage. They know there's a lot of work to do on that car.
Doesn't look any nicer the second or third time you see it, does it?
Never gets better.
That was the reaction from Ralph Wright.
Everybody knows everybody knows it could be them in Eau Rouge. You know, it's a risk-reward thing. Yeah, the crowd cheer. You know, he's out of the car, okay. But now, you know, it puts more fear into all of the drivers sitting in their cockpits now, thinking, yeah, that looked like a big one, and I've got to get back out there and carry on qualifying now.
Can I just point out, why aren't you lot at work? It's a Friday. It's not a Saturday. I mean, this is so encouraging for the future of this sport. We're coming back here. It was announced yesterday for another 5 seasons after this, through to 2028 with the World Endurance Championship. And wherever you are, in the UK, in Northern Europe, this is a stunning track to come to and so easy to get to, and your entrance ticket gets you the
everywhere
autograph session, into the paddock, pit walk, everything.
I mean, it's an astonishing thing. We can become blasé. That wheel was off the ground and well off the ground. Can become blasé when you bump into fans and talk to them about their experience. Genuinely, people who've been to other forms of motorsport cannot believe the access they get to teams and drivers of absolute world class.
You can see everything in this crash doing its job the way it's supposed to be.